So the way to actually create new Python notebook files in Neovim is not actually pretty straightforward, even using the plugin called Molten, because in the last video I've shown you how I use Molten to actually like edit and use notebook like Jupyter notebook files in Neovim like block by block. But the problem that you guys might face is that actually creating new like notebook files, which is not actually like pretty straightforward. You just have to add a couple of lines into the Molten Lua file that you have, and then you're good to go. So I'll just show you how it's done. All right, so first we have to go to the config where we actually have our nvim directory into the Lua and the custom and the plugin. So what I have here is that I have every one of my plugins as a separate Lua file into the plugins directory, so that each of my plugins are actually accessed by the lazy nvim and then run accordingly. So let's go to Molten here. So what basically you have to add is that this couple of lines in here that you can see. It's not a couple of lines, it's a long list of lines, but how I did figure it out is when I went to the GitHub. So it's a free tip for you that if you guys have a GitHub account, sign up to the GitHub Copilot. It's free to a limit per month, which is actually all you need for basic conversation with the AI and using the Copilot. That's pretty helpful because of these type of things, because when you actually have a question about a repository, which is actually available in GitHub, you can actually reference the repository in the GitHub Copilot here and ask direct questions about the repository. So it will just give a RAG like use a RAG like pipeline to actually access all of the repository and give you the answers, rather than you going to the repository actually finding the answers yourself. So what I asked is like, how do I create actually new files using Molten? Like this is actually what it gave me. So I asked further questions about that I have this molten.lua file as a separate file in my plugins directory, so that it doesn't actually give me the entire list of lines that should be added into a init.lua, which it actually suggested in the first place. So what it basically did is it gave me the list, the entire code which should be pasted in my molten.lua file. So initially what I had was up to this part, just this, that the return statement closed. So what it suggested is it opened up a new config variable, and then it loads up a function, and then told me to paste the entire thing here. So I just copied this entire file, and that's pasted, overwritten my my main molten.lua file. So I pasted that in and then saved it, restarted a Neovim, and then it just works. And I'll just show you how it works. But I'm just going to quit it here, and let's go back to my YouTube. Okay, and then projects here. So I've created this for the demonstration purposes, but I'm just going to delete it. Yeah. So what I'm going to open up Neovim, and then I will type down this new command, which I have is called the new notebook, and then I'll just give the name of the notebook. For example, it will be called main.ipynb. So I'm just going to press enter, and this is what it will create. There's a slight variation which I have added, because when the notebook was created, it just created this upper part that you can see for the Jupyter block that you can see. This is what it created, but I have actually configured it a bit more, so that it actually automatically creates a new Python block with some Python code in it. So let's just come to this screen. So the part that I have added is just this part here. This actually explains a code block that should be also created when the file is created, with the content being the print.hello world that you can see. Sorry, hello from Molten Python cell that you can see. So this is how you actually like create the entire notebook file in Molten. So yeah, that is actually it. I am going to like show you that it kind of works. So I'm just going to run this file. I'll select a kernel, press enter, and then this is how Molten actually works. For those of who you don't know, it's just using Python cells like Jupyter Notebook inside of Neovim. And so I hope you guys now know how to create new files using Molten. And that's it. Hope to see you in the next video, and peace.